Hello, I'm Marion and I'll be with you for this week's reflection. Now, I'm a member of the Eastern Old Guild and I have been for about 30 years or so. And today I'd like to tell you a little bit about it and how much I enjoy meeting up for fellowship, hearing interesting speakers and sharing our love of Christ. The theme of our session this year is We Seeds, Big Trees. And as I look out the window, harvest's in full swing, but the farmers and gardeners are already thinking about what to plant for next year's harvest. It's only a few months ago that the members of the church were helping to plant trees to create a new wood just outside Forfar at Parish. What we plant now will bear fruit in the future. In the same way, we need to plant seeds that will grow the guild. We need to plant now to provide for future generations. We Seeds, Big Trees, explores the idea of growth, both physical and spiritual growth. We're here because of the people who nurtured us, both physically and spiritually, to make us the individuals that we have become, and so we must do the same for the next generation. Now this year we've changed our meeting times. We now meet on the first and third Wednesday of the month at 2 p.m, as some of our members don't like going out on cold evenings anymore. But the joint meetings with the other guilds in Forfar will still take place in the evening at 7:30. Throughout our syllabus this session, we'll try and reflect our theme of We Seeds, Big Trees, as well as having fun and enjoying our time together. The opening meeting this year will be on Wednesday the 5th of October. Gosh, that's just next week. With Alf Birth and John Young, who will provide entertainment. And during the year there'll be lots of interesting, thoughtful and enjoyable meetings. The next one will be given by our very own Angus Spence, when he will tell us about life aboard the Royal Yacht Britannia. Now I know this will be popular with the members, especially as the late Queen has just passed away. But if you would like to hear Angus, just come along and we'll be delighted to welcome you. As we go into November, on the 2nd, we have Alison Elliott from the Merton Trust to give us a talk how the Trust started and how it has grown to what it is today. This is followed on the 16th by the Reverend Wayne Pearce, the minister from Edsall Church, who will take our theme for the year and expand upon it. Also in November, between these dates, we'll have our first joint meeting with the other guilds in Forfar. This will take place in the evening at 7:30 in the Eastern Old Church. The meeting will discuss one of our projects for this year, which will be the Home for Good project. Home for Good is a Christian charity who are passionate about finding a home for every child who needs one. They work to inspire people to think about fostering and adoption, and they also equip churches to welcome these families and help support the people on their journeys. The other project that has been chosen will be discussed at a joint meeting in March at St Margaret's, and once again 7:30. The topic that will be discussed then will be Pioneers Chocolate Heaven. Chocolate Heaven is providing employment for chocolate makers, fair price for local growers, producing and selling delicious chocolates in all the flavours we love, and some wonderful exotic ones. They share God's good news with their employees and with the wider community whenever they have the opportunity to do so,
and an area of Southeast Asia. These are just two of the small charities that the Guild of the Church of Scotland support. Over the 3 years of our theme, we look at 6 charities and we try to support 2 per year. Going into 2023, in February, we'll have Marlene Graham speaking about her animal charity, and also in February, the author Kenny Stevens speaking about his work. Kenny is a local lad who kindly took part in our book festival earlier this year, and I look forward to hearing him again. In March, as well as the project evening that I mentioned before, we will have a speaker from Forfar